Okay, now that we have our sugar skulls drawn and outlined in Sharpie, it's finally time to add some color. So when we add color, we're going to be using these really bright neon oil pastels. Whenever I am coloring my sugar skull with the neon oil pastels, I am only going to color everything inside of the skull. I do not want to color the background. We're going to do that later. But as you can see on my example, I did not leave anything white, not even the teeth. You want to make sure you're coloring in everything inside of the skull that you have not colored black with your Sharpie. This is because we are going to use the pastel to resist the black in the black in the background. So if you do not color it with a color, it will end up turning black. And we'll get there in a minute. So I'm going to take my neon oil pastels. I'm going to color everything inside of my skull, not the background. And I'm going to make sure that I cover all of my peekaboos. And I'm even going to color the teeth. Okay, now that I have my whole sugar skull colored, I have everything inside of my skull colored. I covered all of my peekaboos. There is nothing white inside of my skull, and the background is still blank. Now we are ready to do the next step, which is the oil pastel resist, which we are going to be using our Bingo Daubers for. So here's what I need to do. I am going to make sure that I have a messy mat underneath of my skull. I'm going to take the cap off of my Bingo Dauber. I'm going to set it up here so I don't lose it. And remember, we never squeeze Bob the Bingo Dauber. We never push down on his head. He doesn't like that. And we also never shake him because he will get sick. So what I'm going to do first with my Bingo Dauber is I'm going to start at the top of my skull, and I'm going to do smooth black lines from one end of my paper all the way across to the other. Make sure you're going slow and you're taking your time, and you'll start to see that your skull looks like it's disappearing, but don't worry, it eventually will come back. I'm going to continue this until I get all the way to the bottom of my paper. Remember, do not squeeze, do not push. Be patient and just keep making your lines until you get all the way to the bottom. Make sure you are covering up any white spots in between your lines or on the edges of your paper. You want to make sure we are going over all of the white spots with our black bingo dauber. When you're finished, make sure you put the lid on your bingo dauber nice and tight and put it back where it belongs so that we don't lose them. Okay, I have my sugar skull. I just finished doing my bingo dauber the whole way over my sugar skull. Then you're going to bring it back to Mrs. Alfera at the sink, and I'm going to help you wash off the excess bingo dauber that is on top of your skull.